Now I am going to add a new slide here. We'll say new slide. And I'm actually going to make the blank layout. A lot of people miss this area, but when you make a new slide, you can pick in the word layout and decide, the layout for that slide. I'm just going to pick in the blank layout right now. Now I'm going to add a picture onto this slide. I just did insert picture. And then we'll use the landing strip because I want to start to talk about animation at this time. Okay, good. And I'm going to add another picture. We'll use the gas pump. I know that's not an airline gas pump. It's just it's just an illustration. Okay. So now let's see if I look at my original presentation that came with today's presentation. Then let's go back to that one. And the next topic I'd like to talk about is making a point with animations. So animations can really enhance your presentation. I'd like to show you the proper way to use them. So let's go back to the other presentation. Notice how I just pick on view and then switch windows, and then you see your open presentations here. Or another way to go back and forth between your PowerPoint presentations is you look for the PowerPoint icon on your taskbar. When I move my mouse there, then I can go back and forth among the open presentations as well. Let's go back to this one. So at this point, we're going to add the plane. So I'll pick on Insert, Picture, and we'll get the plane. Good. This could be any kind of picture, of course. Now, of course, I'm going to make that a lot smaller. Now, for that picture, I actually want to get rid of some of the sky there. I kind of want to make that as tight as possible. Well, this one might work if I did the remove background. So I'm going to pick on the picture. I'll pick on the format menu, and I'll say remove background. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. See how it did? That's not bad. It did cut off the tip of that. Let's try that one more time. I'll say remove background. All right, let me see if I get this. No, it looks like it's going to cut off the tip. That's okay. I can deal with that. So just imagine that tip of the plane is there. That would be helpful for the pilot if the tip was there. All right, so now I want this plane to come into the slide. So we're going to call that an entrance animation. Now, when you're dealing with animation, you're going to pick in the animations menu up top. So I'll pick in the word animations. Now, what I would highly recommend to you is you pick in the word animation pane. And that's going to open up this other window on the right-hand side. And you're going to see why I opened it up in just a second. So you click on your object in your slide that you want to animate. Anything that you can click on can be animated. Pictures, shapes, text boxes, charts, anything that you can click on in a slide can be animated in the ways that I'm going to show you. So once I click on that picture, I'm going to come up here and I'll say add animation. And before I do that, I just want to crop that picture to get rid of some of that white space. So I'll pick on the format menu up top, and then I'll pick on the word crop. And then you get the black edges, and then I can kind of make it nice and tight there. So not so much of the white space is showing. Good. I just kind of feel better with that one. Okay. So now I'll pick on the picture. I'll pick on the animations menu, and then we're going to add an animation right there. Now, there's 4 categories of animation, and I'm going to show you all 4. There's entrance. That means how is it going to come into the slide. Emphasis means once it's on the slide, we can kind of emphasize it and highlight it. Exit means how is it going to leave the slide. And motion path means how is it going to move to different spaces on the slide. Now, so you have these choices. Now, let me show you a really important section here. Over here, it says more entrance effects, more emphasis effects, more exit, and more motion path. So let's pick on more entrance effects, and you will have a lot more. I like this screen because if I click on one of these, it's going to show me what that looks like, you see? Okay, good. And you make sure the word preview effect is checked there, so you will see the preview. So I want this one. I want this one. No, the bounce wouldn't be a good idea. Let's try. How about the spiral in? No, it's a little bit too much. how about, we'll try to fly in. All right, so we'll try to fly in from there. And I'm going to click on OK. Now, this is where the animation pane comes in, everybody. So notice how that animation is now on the animation pane. Well, here you can make it do a lot of different things. Now, let's see what that slide looks like right now. If I click on slideshow from the current slide, notice how the plane doesn't come in until I click. And now the plane will come in. Well, I want that to be automatic, and I want it to kind of come in from the left. So let's adjust that. This is where you start to use your animation pane. So follow my mouse over here, and I'm going to double click on that animation on the animation pane. I'm going to double click right there. Good. So first of all, I want this to come, let's say, from the top left. So I want it to come in from that direction. So I want to say from top left. Then I can add a sound to the animation, but we don't need to do that right now. I'll pick in the word timing, and I want that to be automatic, so I can say with previous, or if you want it to happen at the same time as another animation, you say after, with previous is the same time as another animation, or you could say after previous. So you can, we're going to make like a storyboard here. So let's say half second, how about 1 second after the slide appears, then I want that to come in. And then we'll make it, let's do like maybe medium will be a good speed for that. Let's see what that's going to look like. It'll kind of show you. That's not bad. That's not bad. I can deal with that. So actually, when I want it to land, I want to land on the landing strip. So let's see how it's going to run from when I run my show. I click on slideshow from the current slide. Now this time I'm not going to click, and then here comes the plane. Perfect. Perfect landing.